Hi all, fixtures, fixtures, fixtures. Tim, it's MK Dons. It's the franchise FC. What do you think?
Well, it's nice to play a team that other fans will loathe more than us, you'd think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's quirky, isn't it? Double dose of the Dons. MK Dons first up, then AFC Wimbledon, the proper Dons, away the following week. And then weirdly, by sheer coincidence, MK Dons and AFC Wimbledon back-to-back in January. Crazy. Weird.
It is a little quirk of fate, that. I'm looking forward to certainly the Dons away. Let's specify the real MK Dons. Oh God, I buggered that up. The real Wimbledon. Sorry. We'd edit that out if we had enough time to edit.
No, we've got time. But no, I think it's good because, promoted team versus team that's been relegated, massive ground, probably punched above their weight a little bit. I look at their squad before, they've got like Will Grigg, sort of Northern Ireland darling Will Grigg.
Is he still on fire?
I don't think he's on fire anymore. I would assume not. They got relegated, and obviously, is it Pete Winkleman, the chairman? Kind of a strange sort. Great. Just happy to start the season at home and end the season at home. We've got to talk about that.
I think five games at home in the first 8. We should be able to a strong start.
Yeah, and considering our home form, that's key, isn't it? Massive. MK Dons, Wimbledon, Walsall, first game under the Tuesday night, brand new spanking floodlights. That'll be good. I imagine will Dean Keats be in attendance for that, like a special guest?
Oh, that'll be good. Rich, get him on the mic. Go in. Get Keats there. The Dean Keats derby. Right. Should we see what Phil Parkinson had to say?
Yeah, let's roll VT, as they say.
Right. Okay. What could possibly go wrong? Hang on.
Possibly. He looks fresh. He looks fresh, does Parky. Loving this. Look at him, fresh as a daisy.
Right. Phil Parkinson, take it away.
Happy to be at home for the opening game?
Yeah, very much so. That's what we wanted, a home game to celebrate our return to the EFL, and you can't ask for any more. Great fixture, and it's one we're going to really look forward to.
Your first 4 matches are also at home. How much of a difference is that going to make?
Yeah, pleased. I think you look at the early fixtures, we've got to be happy that, let's say, 3 of the first 5 are at home, and we had a decent record at the racecourse last year, and our aim obviously is to try and reproduce that.
He's got lovely drapes in his living room.
I was going to mention them. They're usually drapes. You don't carry them through a whole couple of rooms, do you? Well, different drapes for different rooms. Not Mrs. Parkinson. She's absolutely nailed that interior design.
Yeah,
the funway is strong.
That's a come dine with me kind of room, that.
Right. Other sort of highlights: Swindon away on Boxing Day. Ho ho ho. Now I was looking for Swindon away because my missus is from there, and we were targeting that game. Now we get to spend Christmas in Swindon. I've heard it's a magical time.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to Swindon. What links have we had in recent times? Didn't somebody win like a competition? Was it Caden Jackson? It's Caden Jackson, wasn't it? That was at Swindon.
Mullin had a season at Swindon as well.
Yeah, good about that. So Swindon's a weird one, but it doesn't matter where we play this season. We're gonna pack out the away ends. We just know it, irrespective of form. You just know it's gonna happen. So.
Any particular highlights for you? What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a really, really enticing September. Tranmere away, Doncaster at home. We haven't played in forever. Grimsby at home. Nice to sort of get one back over them after that playoff disaster. Stockport away, followed up by Crewe at home. Again, Stockport and Crewe back to back, and then you go to the end of the season, you flip it. You got Crewe and Stockport the last 2 games. Mental. So really happy with that strong September. Then a busy October, 6 games in October, a couple of decent games in there. Bradford away being the most notable one, and Notts County.
Back to back, aren't they?
Yeah. And then you go into December. Yeah, December's okay. Accrington's a half decent away game, as is Harrogate. And then, Christmas period could have been a lot worse, to be honest. Could have been a lot worse.
So is it Newport,
Newport,
Swindon away, and then Barrow at home? Am I right?
It's Newport on the 23rd, and then Boxing Day we've got Swindon away, and then 3 days later on a Friday night, which I didn't realise is Friday evening match, is Walsall away. And then that sets us up for New Year's home game against Barrow. That's the only downside to those fixtures is Barrow at home. But home game's a home game. We've got to play and let's get it out the way. And then you follow that up straight away. MK Dons away. If we're going great guns, we've had a good start to 2024. MK Dons away. 7,000-8,000 following. It's going to be absolutely crazy. And then later on that month, Newport away. Another one for us to. I look at fixtures where I want to right the wrongs of previous seasons, and Newport did us in the cup as well as the playoff final. Little things like that, really.
I hate that ground. I've been there too many times. Rodney Parade, but
Hell. But then going into February, not a bad month. Salford away, Bradford at home was a back-to-back, pretty decent. Notts at home. And then, the games come thick and fast. In March is a busy one. 6 games in March as it stands, with Tranmere, Grimsby back-to-back. We've got some decent back-to-backs. It seems to be a reoccurring theme. Donny away, April Fool's Day. So I hope that goes to plan. You couldn't make it up. And there's a few Stockport fans saying already, so much for the random generator giving us Wrexham away in the final game of the season.
Oh, mate, we'll have it tied up by then, won't we?
Well, yeah, there'll be a guard of honour for one another with a bit of. I got no quarrel with Stockport at all. I still can't believe Akil Wright's been converted into some sort of marauding centre half, which blows my mind.
Yeah, we always see the potential of Akil. He's a nice lad. I'm glad it's going well for him. But another notable one for me, Barrow away. My mate lives up there, so I think we're going to try and go corporate for that. Apparently,
you can't tell how many fingers he's got in each hand.
He said, he's. I wasn't gonna write to debate that. No, but he says we can go corporate. He says £59, and you get all the sausage rolls you can eat. So
is that a serious thing?
Yeah, no, he said he sent me the spec. He said literally, there's so many sausage rolls and Scotch eggs on a table that you'll never go hungry. So I'm all up for that. So Barrow away, I think that's August, isn't it?
Barrow away. Let's have a look. I think it was 26th of August. Barrow away.
Barrow's that time of year.
Yeah, it's. You know what? I think I've been to Barrow once and I hated it. But back in the day, you roll with the punches. You go more in hope than expectation. Where that's completely flipped now. So every match is going to feel like a treat and a blessing in a weird way because we've been on.
Mate, you're right, because at the end of the day, it's nice to have fixtures where Eastleigh aren't involved, and every season there was a season of dread in the conference. Or how can we get up? What sort of little advantage can we get from this games towards the end as we try and go for promotion? I'm just going to enjoy this season, mate. Honestly, I look at that and Crewe home and away, just great to be playing. A real old enemy of ours.
Wouldn't it be nice to just play them once and go, right, we're going to go again, just to sort of take that step? We've been languishing for so long to then come and, because we've never done back-to-back promotions. We've never done it. I don't think
even in the 70s.
Well, not in my lifetime now. I can't. Maybe we did it. Maybe we've done it then. Maybe I've not had enough coffee yet. I should know that fact. But super excited, and we may have. Well, we probably will have reinforcements for this season.
I'd say so. I should cocoa. Right. Before we say about reinforcements, do you think there's much legs in that Tom O'Connor rumour?
No.
So apparently he's been subject of £1 million bid from Coventry. All sorts of things, from it being tied up to he doesn't want to go. So
I think it's the if it's bullshit, then it's the crappiest smokescreen ever to deflect from the fact they're going to lose their star striker Victor Gyökeres to
Brilliant. Yeah.
I think it's the team in Portugal maybe, but so I mean it's a weird one. Personally, I think we're in a win-win situation, Wrexham. If we keep him, brilliant, because he came into his own that second part of that season, pitched in with some great goals. You know, the overhead unorthodox goal at York to his goals in the FA Cup. Really, really savvy player, and he grew into it with the confidence.
He can play. That's what I liked about him. He can play anywhere. You chucked him. You said, "Right, Tom, you're playing left centre back today. Yeah, fine, I'll do it well. Left wing back, left back, centre. You know, defensive. What a goal! I mean, a goal scoring defensive mid. How many of those do you get? I mean, he's lethal in the box from knockdowns, from like you said, the overhead kick. We said this earlier in the pod, earlier in the season. I said of all the players in our squad, I thought he had the one who had the most potential to go on and play at the highest level. I'm hoping it's with us. I think if he stays with us, he'll be eyeing up back-to-back promotions. So there's nothing to say that we have to sell Tom. If we do sell him, there's some interesting rumours about people who might come in. So Nick Powell, what do you know about him?
Comes with a good pedigree. Played a lot of games for 29 years old. Obviously, he comes with that kind of millstone around his neck with the whole Alex Ferguson branding him as the next Paul Scholes and this, that, and the other. And it kind of took a dip. Injuries have taken their toll. Spoken to a few people at Crewe who know him really well and have seen him obviously come through the ranks there before going to United, and he's obviously ended up at Stoke. They think the people that Crewe have said, like, out of all the people that come through that sort of very revered Crewe academy, including Neil Lennon, Danny Murphy, blah blah blah, he was by far and away the best of the lot.
Wow.
I think it's that classic case, isn't it? Is your form is temporary, class is permanent kind of thing. And I think if we can keep him fit, and he plays a part in what is going to be a very long season, depending on how we do cup competitions and everything else. It's going to be you're going through that list. Then it's a long old season. There's some big, endless, Tuesday, Saturday weeks in there. I think he would be a useful addition. However, again, we're in that sort of boat where it's not a massive issue if we don't get him. If he does decide to go, West Brom supposedly rumoured. So that's where we are in terms of the pull.
We're fighting West Brom.
He's settled in sort of Cheshire area, having sort of been in Crewe and been at Stoke. So he's in that area. He's probably similar to what Elliot Lee, he's like sort of Nantwich way. He's less than an hour away. I imagine Powell will be similar. So the sort of commute isn't going to be a massive issue for him. Presuming family life will be settled. So I think there's a lot of things that are stacking up for him to join. I would not be surprised if he does do it. I just hope he has better luck than what Harry Lennon did, because obviously Harry Lennon was like, oh, we'll extend his contract if he proves his fitness. Harry Lennon proved his fitness and then got injured. So I just hope it's not a case with Nick Powell. And the only slight worry for me is, does it shatter a wage structure that's in place?
I was going to say that. I think you will have to push the boat out wages wise for Nick Powell. I wonder if it's going to be more of a pay-as-you-play deal, that he will earn a lot when he does appear, and maybe a less maybe not as big a sort of weekly wage. I think Mullin will want parity if the likes of Powell comes in as the as the star player. So I think there may be problems there. But I think Wrexham knew that they would eventually have to deal with this problem. It may just have come a little bit earlier than they thought. The other thing is, if he does join, he's a playmaker, he's an attacking mid. What does it mean for Jordan Davis? Because you've got Lee, who's quite settled in the team. We all want to see Jordan do well, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, the romantic aspect in me says I think Jordan will come back with a vengeance, because obviously he's had a lot of issues to contend with.
Yeah.
He's now, oh God, the lights have just gone off. Oh, that's quite good, actually. I can tip that.
You look better.
There you go. I think with all that now sort of dealt with, and obviously he's got a child and everything else is pretty rosy. I think that will boost him. I think he's going to be. I think he'll come back with a vengeance. However, I kind of suspect, or I wouldn't be surprised if they loaned him out for a little while. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I just. I mean, he's a good lad, isn't he? I can't imagine he's the sort of person that's going to whinge and moan if he doesn't get game time, because he knows how the season panned out, and that's what Parky's fostered, that kind of togetherness. So, if you're not in the squad, at least be a cheerleader. And if you're not a cheerleader for the team, don't come to the dressing room, because we don't need that attitude. So Jordan does not strike me as that sort of player.
No, he's not.
At all. But he will not want to sit there getting rusty. I mean, they may well say to him, okay, you haven't started the first 4 or 5 games, George. We've got a couple of cup competitions coming up. Will that
be enough?
Satisfy him? I don't know.
No, I know it's interesting, but we knew we were going to get these problems that you can't keep everyone happy, and we knew there'd be a few sort of casualties along the way. I don't think personally that Jordan will be one of them. I think you're right. I think with a good preseason under his belt, we'll see the 20-goal.
I think because of how good last season was, I mean, it was pretty much almost flawless to a point, right? Because of how good it was, it's almost allowed so many of us to forget how good Jordan was the season before. In what was, if you compare it player by player, it was chalk and cheese. The squad we had the current squad we've got compared to the previous squad, we all said it lacked depth, and now we've got that depth and then some. So I think people just have forgot, or just not forgot, but maybe not as appreciative now in hindsight of how good he actually was that season. Will he reach those heights again? It'll be tough.
He's got a chance. I love this. It's like remember when you used to play Championship Manager and you used to cheat the system. You used to go as Man United and buy one of our reserve players for 50 million, and then you'd have loads of cash to throw about as Wrexham in League Two. This is it for real. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward so much to the fixtures. Tim, let's tie this up now, because this is a very hastily arranged one with both of us in work. You have crimes to fight, and I have to write the stories about them. So, wow, what a wank payoff line that was. All right. Sorry, everyone, but thanks for listening. See you.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.